Hey peeps! Welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta and welcome to my first live of 2023. So, we'll give it a little while for people to come in. I don't know how many people will be here today, but hopefully a few people will check this out on replay anyway. So if you do watch this on replay, don't forget to comment down below, use the hashtag replay, so that I know that you checked the video out. So yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Who have we got? Who is in here with me today? I hope you all had a good New Year, whether you were just cozied up at home or whether you were out on the town. My plan for this evening is just, I've got my canvas here for the January event. I'm taking part in 2 events during January. One of them is the Jeremiah Kettner event, and then also there is the Big Butts event that I'm also taking part in. So I'm going to kit up this beauty, do a little bit of a show and tell of that, and then yeah, that'll be, we'll have a bit of a chat throughout the live as and when people come in. So I will start off by getting this out so that you can see it. I have been trying to remember where this came from. I think this one was from DIY Digital Art. It wasn't a PR canvas, it was one that I paid for myself. So yeah, that's it really. So here we have our cute and curvy lady. Let's move those bits to the side. It is a 40 by 50 in round, and let's just get some of these packing creases. I really shouldn't have had it stored still in its packaging all this time, but yeah, when I found out about the event, I thought, I know exactly what canvas I want to do. I'd seen these cute ladies on quite a few of the budget diamond painting stores, and yeah, I thought that's a great opportunity to do one. Also, being a 40 by 50, it's a good size, but it's also not too big to get done in a month. There's quite a fair bit of colour blocking. Let's have a look. We've got just alphabet symbols, so that makes making my stickers nice and easy as well. So we've got a lot of confetti there in the hair area, which is going to help with that detail, but large patches of her skin and her clothing obviously are going to be quite colour blocky. And then we've got these champers glasses at the side with the bubbles coming up, which is actually really lovely for January and New Year as well. And she is beautifully curvaceous. So now that she's laying a bit more flat, yeah, so we've got 24 colours with DMC. Let's see if I can get that in focus. There we go. So, oh, interesting. No 310. So those dark colours are going to be a deep blue, I would have thought, or a dark brown. So I'll just pop her over to the side a little bit and get out my case. This is my favourite type of storage, really. The case style with the little pots in. These are the sort of full size pots. I guess you can get some that have got half pot size pots. I don't ever use those because they don't hold very many drills, but yeah, these are a good size. So yeah, so here we've got, what's that, we've got 6, 12, My brain has stopped working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Why was I counting that as 25? I was, sorry, maths. Honestly, I went to school. So yeah, so plenty of space in there. The kit obviously comes with its basic tools. I've got a nice large bit of the dark red wax. I'll probably keep that. Green boat and a pink pen. Everything that you would need. Interestingly, I hadn't realised the drills come in reusable baggies. Oh no, whoops. Filled up a lump of nail varnish. So yeah, we've got the drills are in resealable bags. So if you didn't want to kit up, then you wouldn't have to. I don't like to work out of baggies, just personal preference. So I will be kitting up into these. Next job is to make some stickers. So let's have a look. So I will put the DMC and the symbol, which in this case is a letter, onto a sticker. Stickers go on the pots. And then I don't have to look at this legend on the canvas for the whole rest of the time that I am completing the canvas. Let's see what. Do I want to go coloured or not coloured? We'll do different colours for DMC and different colours for. So we go black and blue. It's fine. Just get a bit more light on here. That's better. So yeah, how is everybody? I hope you are all well. My New Year's was a quiet one, but that's fine. I was quite happy to stay in. I worked on my Holly King canvas. We watched the BBC fireworks at New Year on the telly. Kept the cats indoors, keep them calm from the crazy amount of fireworks that was going on in our neighbourhood. Yeah, it was fine. My husband was home, which is nice and unusual because quite often he has to work New Year's Eve. Yeah, it was all good, all fine. So let's see, what do we got here? We've got I'll do the symbols or DMC. Symbols first. So we've got F, J, P, Z, D, V, E, R, H, S, T, X, K, G, KGB, oh dear, KGB, O, N, W, Y, C, L, A, U, and then I. So just written out the letter symbols, and then I will put the DMC on as well in black, just because I like to have that on my pots. It just makes packing up at the end, kitting down a little bit easier. So 1, 5, 9, 2, 2, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 8, 3, 3, 6, 2, 4. What? No, I've just had complete dyscalculia. The number I'm supposed to be writing is 402. I wrote 204. Thankfully, these pens rub out because I don't trust myself to have pens that don't rub out. Oh, hello to Sharon's dad. Thank you. It's good to see you. Or have you here. Yeah, so obviously the purpose of the event, I will try and write numbers and talk at the same time, bear with me. But the purpose of the event is really to raise awareness of obesity and body positivity, not necessarily in a negative way. You know, it's not something to be ashamed of. It's just a fact that some people have to live with. I myself am dealing with obesity and the difficulties that can sometimes arise from that, but also at the same time, learning to love yourself and love the skin you're in is really important. So I think whilst some people would be concerned that this was glamorizing the idea of being obese or overweight, that is not the point. The point is to celebrate everybody in their diversity, in their differences, and that there is nothing to say that you cannot be big and healthy, and that you cannot be big and beautiful. I think, you know, we all come in different colours and different shapes and different sizes, and that is what makes this world a wonderful, unique place. I have just ruined another sticker. We'll do that one again. 797. So let's get rid of that one. So we've got 797. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? 718. No, 817. My gosh, I can't read today. 817. I am wearing my glasses. 823. 838. Bye. Oh, we've got a couple of extra people in now, which is lovely. Welcome everybody. I am just struggling with holding a conversation and writing numbers. It has become a problem for me. 902 939 950. Gosh, now I know why I don't normally do this in videos. 3328 3743. I am very, very appreciative right now of all of the companies that provide pre-written stickers. It's been a while since I've had to handwrite labels. Hi Em, thank you for being here. 3835 3835 3863 and 3865, which is our white. Okay, right, that's the hard bit done. So yeah, right, there we go. So now I've got my letters and my DMC, and I can now stick them on here. Oh, I should also probably do, yeah. I'm just going to pop the number, just because these bags have got numbers on, but not like the DMC or the symbol. So I'm just going to match up those numbers as well in a different colour. I wouldn't normally, but I just think I might get into a bit of a confusion if I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Counting with the crafty wedge. There we go. Hi, Helen. Welcome. Oh, wow. You normally miss the lives because you work till 8. Oh, well, enjoy your annual leave. You're kitting up for the Alice in the Winter Wonderland. I did that event last year. It was so much fun. Really, really lovely community. So I hope that you really enjoy it. What canvas are you doing? You're doing the Simona Candini one. Why do I did the Jasmine Beckett Griffiths Alice in the Starry Night one last year, which you can see if you check out my year in review video, because that was my January last year. So, which seems such a long time ago now. It was quite strange looking back at some of the canvases that I'd done last year, because even like my crafting space wasn't in the place that it's now in and stuff. So the early videos and early photos of things that I'd done were, yeah, it was very different. So there we go. Right, all ready for drills now. Now I'm not brave enough to do it without a tray in front of me, so I will pop that here. I don't know if I am just being super boring or if StreamYard is being a bit weird, but people keep popping in and out, which is completely fine. Please do come and go at your leisure, but do say hi so I know that you were here. But yeah, as I say, there is no reason why you couldn't work out of these bags. They're perfectly good bags. They're actually a really good size. But I prefer working out these little pots. I love your elephant canvas, Sharon. It's so cute. The only thing I think that those stripes would give me a bit of a headache if I was working on them. But I love the effect. I really love it. It's fine. I know that there's a couple of other people going live tonight as well, so we're having to obviously share the audience a bit, which is fine. And I'm not maybe doing the most interesting thing that I could be doing. So oh, that's quite a nice colour. It's not showing up at all on the camera. It just looks brown. It's not. It's like a nice deep burgundy. Yeah. So, did anybody get any nice diamond painting goodies from Santa? If you did, let me know down in the comments. I did rather well. I got myself another one of those mod cases, the ones that hold 3 layers of drills. So yeah, that was very nice. It has meant that I've now been able to convert 2 of those giant drill cases to hold all of my square spares. Yeah, that was very good. I'm pleased with how it is looking, and I'm just hoping that it ends up being as useful as I hope it will. They do take up more space than the previous method that I had, which was using the baseball card storage. But I think that they're ultimately more usable. I was finding the, sort of flicking through lines of baggies really frustrating, whereas now everything's in pots. And in fact, I will throw a bunch of stuff on the floor. Look at this monster. It's huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, Sharon. Oh yeah, I saw you got some light up crystal canvases. 4 regular diamond paintings from friends, gnome diamond painting statue. Is that the gonk one? Yeah. Yes, so this, dear me, knocking the camera. Oh, it's so big. Yeah, so this now, it's all of my square, still empty, but now everything is numbered with the coloured stickers. Those are just the random number ones that I haven't used. And then just in the mesh at the back, I've got the white and the 310, just because there was loads of that. But yeah, so this is, it's a monster, and obviously it takes 2 of them to hold every single DMC, but I really like it, and hopefully it will mean that I actually use more of that one. Yeah, do use more of my spares. So peachy colour, the letter V. This is, where's this going? Oh, this is a skin shade. So yeah, so I also got some which they said was to buy craft stuff with. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for a couple of things that are on my wish list with that, I think. But yeah, it made more sense for them to give me some money to spend rather than me have to them trying to buy things online and not knowing what I wanted, or they're not so confident with shopping from overseas. So yeah, it was easier for me to get myself something that I would really like. So, why is it that every time I get a canvas with 550 in, it's the smallest amount? So this is letter R. Where's this going? Oh, it's going into her lingerie as a shade in that. But yeah, so I am very much looking forward to getting this started. I've started the Jeremiah Kettner canvas already. I'll give you a little sneaky peek of that. Not that it's a secret, but it's over here. So, look. Oh, it's so sparkly. And it's been really lovely to work on a round, having spent the last 2 months of the year working on squares, I was like, I'm so ready for a round canvas. Yeah, so that's my January plans really, is work on this, work on the owl, and then also obviously I'm taking up Pencil Surprises challenge, Sharon's challenge of doing some colouring every month. So hey Vicky, thanks for joining us. I am just kitting up my canvas for the January event. Some good old 666. Because these are in baggies, it's actually a very quick kitting up. It's not going to take nearly as long as I thought. I just sort of assumed that because it was a budget canvas, it would have those tiny little packets of, no, overfilled. Let's not do that. Yeah, I was expecting it to have tiny little packets of drills that would need cutting and all of that stuff. Oh yes, do. I would love to see what you do. I don't, do you want me to share my picture here in the live? To let me know, Sharon. So, yeah, extras like this I tuck in the pocket at the back. I don't suppose there'll be very many for this. The tiny packs are really annoying. Yeah. I'm trying to remember which canvas it was now, but it was the really tiny packets, and I had so many packets of black. It was just, yeah, really annoying. Okay, I've got Sharon's permission to show you. So Sharon knows that I like to art, and so I had offered some of my postcards. Oh, let me grab some. Where are they? So going into this event, oh, where is it? That's not the right one. Okay. I'm missing one. I can't find it. But yeah, so there will be some of my artwork as postcards, which are going into the prize pack for this event. But also I said that I would create a specific piece of artwork for the event that would be an original piece that could be given away as a prize. So this is what I've created for you. So I'm not sure that the lighting in here is particularly good to show it off. But I did get to use my, oh, you can sort of see there, I got some very cool metallic watercolors for Yule from my sister-in-law. So I used those to create this, you know, curvaceous goddessy type figure that will be, yeah, a prize for somebody. Before I painted this, the original sketch I sent to Pencil Surprises, and she's now going to have a go at using it as a colouring page. So yeah, so there's that as well. Yeah, I don't. So yeah, so there'll be some bits from me that are going to be sent. Send them to Sharon, and yeah, she'll then send them out to the winner. I'm not sure when the winners are going to be drawn. I'm not sure, because I know that obviously Diamond Grandma is co-hosting as well. So I am hoping to get Sharon on a live with me this month so she can give more information then. But obviously, Sharon, have at it. Put whatever you want into the comments, drills and stuff. Oh, it's weekly winners. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the situation was. And it's, you just have to share. Yeah, you have to subscribe to Pencil Surprises, and subscribe to Diamond Grandma, and then share your updates, I guess, with the hashtag DPBigButts23. Oh my goodness, you're going to do it as the grand prize. My picture as the grand prize. Oh, Sharon. Oh goodness. You're mad. Okay, I will. I'll get it framed before I send it to you then, so that it's nice and not just random piece of watercolor paper. Yeah. Oh gosh, thank you. I'm honoured. I really did enjoy doing it, and it definitely, yeah, it was a nice challenge, because I tend to draw people wearing sort of corsets and medieval gowns, and I wish I could wear, and so to force myself to draw somebody naked was yeah, but whilst also, keeping it clean, and but still wanting to show her as somebody with a curvaceous body. I was yeah, I was pleased with how she came out, and I really love the effect of these metallic watercolors that I used on her sort of chiffon. Oh, Vicky, bless you. Everybody on here is so creative. I'm sure you're creative. Everybody's just got their own thing. I mean, I'm a bit of a jack of all, master of none. I like to dabble in different things, but watercolor is something that I've done since I was very young, like at school. Probably the first craft activity where I actually, spent some money on decent equipment and stuff. I had one of those. For those of you that are in the UK, you might remember the NatWest piggies, where if you saved money in your children's NatWest bank account, they gave you these ceramic pigs, and there was a whole family, and if you saved up to £100, you could get the whole family. So that's what I did. I saved up all my pocket money up to £100, and then when I was allowed to spend that, I then treated myself to proper art paper and decent watercolor paints and stuff. So yeah, it's been a long time, love. I think I was never very good at maths or science, so it was always the arts and the drama and things like that. So oh, Vicky, you've been playing around with resin. Are you using UV resin or the 2-part resin? I started with UV resin just before lockdown. Was the first time I ever it was one of those random Facebook adverts showing some jewelry making, and another one of my things in the past, I worked in a bead shop, so making jewelry became a regular pastime. So the idea that I could make my own things to make jewelry with was quite appealing. So I picked up some UV resin, And yeah, had a little play with that. And then lockdown happened and it was just impossible to get hold of anything because it was all coming from China, and of course they weren't shipping anything, and so it went on the back burner for a while. But I do enjoy playing with resin. I've got some dice molds that I promised Mr. J I would make him a set of dice, but I'm having trouble making them usable. They look very pretty, but they're not usable at the moment. But I have got these little crystal, just like little crystal rock molds that do come out really nice. They just, yeah, you can chuck some glitter in there and leftover resin, and they just, yeah, they look really cute. And Resin Anonymous. Oh, yeah. I can't remember where I got my dice molds from. I will see if I can find out, and then I'll let you know. Or maybe I won't if you don't want me to have them. Looking for 20, that one. Yeah, I should. One of my plans for this year is to. I don't want to do less diamond painting because I love diamond painting, but I want to share more of my other crafts on YouTube. That's, yeah, as my hubby was pointing out to me the other day. He's like, well, you're the crafty witch, not the diamond painting witch. I was like, yeah, that's true. It's just, it was always supposed to be a bit of everything, and then I just sort of got into a routine with doing diamond painting, and then sort of, yeah, finding the time to do other things, or making the time to do other things is still important. And I really, particularly looking back when I did my year in review, I really enjoyed the month that I spent doing a craft every day. I mean, it was hard work, but it was really nice to refresh my memory of all the things that I had previously done, and dig out kits and things that I've had in the back of the cupboards for a while, to get my pyrography set out that I got as a 40th birthday present and had barely used. I used it like as soon as I got it, and then yeah, it just sort of, yeah, it gets put away. And so yeah, what have we got in the comments? So yeah, I think I'm still going to try and do 2 videos plus a live every week, but I'm not forcing myself, because I'd got into this sort of routine of Mondays was an unboxing video, and then Fridays was a finish, and then Wednesdays was some sort of whip, which doesn't leave any space for showcasing anything else. So, all right, all empty, all done, in the bin. Right, so there was only one bag where I had some extras. I will keep hold of these, though they will probably come in handy for something. But yeah, and then this always, yeah, you can't really, it's always really nice when they've got all the colours in, and you can see all the pretties. So, oh, next job to do. Some people will just leave their drills in the order that they came in. Ooh. And I like, particularly here where we've got just alphabet, I like to change them and put them in alphabet order. It just makes more sense to me, makes it quick to find them. So we've got A, B, C, D. Have we got an E? Yes, we do. E, F, G, H. See, we've done counting, and now we're doing letters. So E-F-G-H-I-J. I don't know why they didn't put them in order to start with. H-I-J-K. Do we have an L? Yes, we do. L. M. No. N. O. P. Q. No. R. S. T. U. W. X. Y. Z. There we go. So now, yeah, now I don't have to look at the legend. I just have, if I'm going to start down in this corner, I can just look at the canvas, see that it's the letter N, pick up the letter N, do that section. I don't have to worry. The other thing I've got to do is put some washi around the edge, so I'll do that now as well, because we've only been here for a little while. Oh, a circular knitting machine. Oh wow, Helen, share your progress with that. I've seen them. I've never tried to use them. Right. Washi. What washi do we want? What do we fancy? No. I think what would be good? Have I got enough of that one? I might go with the tigers because he's eating. And I think he was probably meant for Year of the Tiger stuff, but that one's got tigers and food, so I think I'm going to go with that one just for fun. Wonky socks, here you come. Hi, Happy New Year, Lady Banana. Right, let's get you lined up. So for people that don't know, I know that I've got a fair few subscribers that aren't diamond painters. The washi on the edge is just because the glue for the canvas, so this is a poured glue canvas, the glue goes over the edge and onto the bit of canvas that we don't want to be sticky. So, oh yeah, that is super cute. Let's just cut that up again. There you go. You can see how cute he is. Little happy little tiger with all of his yummy foods. I think this was one that came from Spell Queen, actually, the washi tape, because they've started giving little extras if you get their big toolkits. So yeah, so we don't want this sticky on the edge, because either it will pick up dust from your jumpers or sleeves or whatever when you're working, or you'll just constantly get stuck to it and it'll be really annoying. Oh, just stuck a bit of fluff to the canvas. There we go. So this is another reason why the way that the way that I do my drills is useful, is because once I put this washi on, I won't be able to see the legend. The other reason that people might use washi is to section their canvas. I tend to just use the cover papers for that. But oh, got a little bump there. There we go. Come on, line up straight. Oh, this is where I get worried that I've not got enough. I think I do now. I think it'll be okay. So And yeah, there's just, washi's just fun. I like all the different designs, and you can play around and have sort of seasonal ones, or you can have colour matched ones. So on my Doctor Who canvas, when I was working on that, I used a washi tape that had moons and stars on it because it's sort of spacey. My Warm Witch canvas that I did back in September, that is really autumnal colours. Oh, we're about to be joined by a cat. Hello. Not on the sticky canvas. No, you can come and say hello in a minute. And the canvas is covered up. Yeah, so the washi tape on that was a Bailey J washi tape that's got mushrooms all over it, and just is in those lovely autumnal colours. Right, Kuro, if you want to come, you can come say hello now if you want. You coming? Are you going to come and say hello? No. Right. Oh, maybe. Don't know. Don't drink the paint water. So yeah, I quite like that. And in fact, I even quite like the way that the yellow contrasts with the dark blue. I like the way it looks. It's super cute. I'm tempted to get started, you know. I might just do this little corner down here, and we'll see how the drills go on. So this is also a reasonable opportunity for me to show you what I do with cover papers, I suppose. There's one. Two would be better. Where's the other ones? Oh, yeah. Actually going to. So they're in here. In fact, I use these smaller ones because it's only a little painting. So these are actually bits that I've saved from older paintings. So this is just like the backing paper off a sticker. So if I think about what area do I want to do, so if I want to do just that bit, oh, there we go. And then I'm going to go to here. So that's my sort of section, and then I can just leave that cover on there, grab myself a cover minder just to hold the plastic back, and then that's the little area. Hi Sean. So yeah, diamond painting is what you're watching. This is my canvas, so you're still going to get a lovely lady, but I am starting down in this corner. Can't believe you came to my life. Oh dear. So yeah, as I said, this corner starts with the letter N, so grab the letter N and get started. Be interesting to see. This is the first full diamond painting, full drill diamond painting that I've done from DIY digital art. The other stuff that I've done has been off the canvas items and bits and pieces, but the drill quality looks good. They've lined up nicely. I've managed to pick up 10 without too much problem. So we can go in and have a start. I'm just going to bring you down a little bit so you can actually see what's going on, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, so I'm going to try and bring a bit of variety to the lives. Obviously, next month the lives will all be related to the prizes for my own diamond painting event, where I'll be using the the wheel to pick a winner each week for that event. If you don't know, because I haven't gone on about it enough, that is the Hearts and Diamonds event. So I'll just briefly pop the details for that across the bottom. So that is from the 1st of February. Any romancy, love, relationships, hearts, yeah, anything like that is all good. Does have to be a new start. Can be from any shop. The first prize, or the grand prize if you like, is a $50 Diamond Art Club voucher. So they are one of our main sponsors. We've also got handcrafted pens such as this one, coming from Crafted Makes. Steve at Crafted Makes is offered to create us a pen that will be specific to the event. And yeah, so that will be available as a prize. I've also got, canvases, goodie boxes, all that sort of stuff that I have been collecting together. I might see about well, I'm still waiting for confirmation on another couple of stores who had said they were interested in being sponsors but couldn't actually confirm anything till the new year. The problem, of course, now is that we're now into we're getting right into that sort of Chinese New Year period, and stuff starts shutting down and people stop replying to emails. So I'm really hoping that I haven't shot myself in the foot by deciding to do a February event and then not be able to get the things that I want in time as prizes. But hopefully it will all go well. But yeah, today's live isn't really about my event. It is very much about the event that Sharon and Diamond Grandma are running. So I shall pop that back up there. You're waiting for the undercoat to dry on oh, okay, Minas Tirith archers. Cool. I'm not in any way a minis painter of things. I don't have the dexterity for painting tiny things, but I did do some model building before Christmas. We made a very cute reindeer from clay and all sorts. Yeah, that was good fun. So yeah, I think there'll be more model building in the future. Definitely. I very much enjoyed building the environment. What's that? Oh, Sharon, message from Helen. Where should she post her entries for Just for Fun 23? I know Sharon does have a Facebook group. It is Pencil Surprises and Pixie Sparkles. I can't remember. Sharon, please put the details in the comments. I can't remember. Pencil Surprises and I think it's Pixie Sparkles. But yeah, I think anywhere, Helen, anywhere that you use the hashtag, Sharon should be able to pick stuff up from there. Gosh, this is working up really quickly. After it's an absolute change of pace after having, I mean, I love how the Green Man canvas came out, the Holly King that I did in December. I love how he came out, stunning, but a confetti nightmare for oh, Pixie Craft. What did I say? Pixie Sparkles, I said. I was close. But yeah, get the sparkle on those already. Really lovely. I'm very impressed. I will have a hunt back through my emails and check how much this cost. But it was less than £10, most definitely. And I would have probably got free postage because I would have bought a bunch of other stuff at the same time. So yeah, no complaints at all with the quality thus far. The drills are clean and sparkly. The glue is sticky. Yeah, good stuff. Ooh. In fact, in this case, a little bit too wibbly because that went a bit squiffy. That's fine. Right. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing those details. For those of you watching on replay, I know that you can't click on the links if I put them on screen, but Sharon's group is there on screen for you now. So it's Pencil Surprises and Diamond Pixie Craft. So if you are interested in taking part in the colouring just for fun event, then use the hashtag justforfun23 and share your colouring bits there. Yeah, it seems to depend how you watch the replays of the lives as to whether you have any access at all to the comments. So yeah, yes. Yeah, so and you can change the ends out. I have a 10 and a 1, and then this one's got a 4 on it and a 1. Yeah, so also I'm left-handed, so that sort of has its own issues sometimes. But yeah, so I'm just, the colour that I'm doing at the moment is, oh, wobbling camera, sorry, is the letter N. So I'm just placing them wherever it has a letter N. So it's basically paint by numbers, but with diamonds, small dots of resin with facets. Yeah, so, and then the finished article, let me just move that one out of the way. I'll show you. Ooh, that's clever. Now I'm going to have to work blind because my son has just taken over my telly. Now I can't see what I'm doing. I was using my telly as a thing. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, that's, once you've got the whole thing done. This one is square drills though. That's the other thing. So square drills and round drills, you get a slightly different look when you're finished. I think that square drills give a more sort of complete finish, but it's quite a different sparkle. As I was showing this one earlier as well. So this is rounds. See, I've not done much of that one. Yeah, so there's, I'm just going to see if I can bring my thing. No, it's, I don't know what he's done. Something's happened. I don't know. I was using my screen on the telly to be able to see what I was doing. Yes, you could definitely put a picture in your, yeah, you could do it with LARP armor. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, Probably count as medium armor, I reckon. They're quite heavy when they're done. So, yeah, and they're just on like sticky canvas. Some use like a double-sided tape, double-sided adhesive over the top of a picture. I don't like that sort of adhesive. I don't know, it's a bit unforgiving. Like, you stick them down and they stay exactly where you've put them, and then that's it. If you put them wrong, you have to prise them off. Whereas with the poured glue, like if this one was in the wrong place, I could sort of scooch it a bit to wherever it needed to be. So yeah, there's lots of options. There are I mean, for most of you, I'm teaching you how to suck eggs now, but for those of you that aren't diamond painters, a lot of people say it's a bit like counted cross stitch as well, or printed cross stitch rather, more so than counted. But you can take a cross stitch pattern and convert it really easily to diamond painting. So there are people that work on a blank canvas, and so it's got no picture, it's just a sticky canvas, and then they count the diamonds as they're putting them on and follow a cross stitch pattern, which yeah, I do this to relax. That sounds quite stressful. So that is not something that I see in my future. But yes, oh, those are not straight. Where is my straightener? Yeah, colour by numbers, but with beads. There's quite a lot of similarities with other crafts. There's, weirdly, I've recently noticed that there's quite a lot of crossover between the puzzle community and the artwork that they like and the artwork that diamond painters like. There's a lot of artists that sort of walk in both worlds. I think yeah, there are some pictures that I've looked at as diamond paintings, and I was like, I love that picture, but I don't want to do it as a diamond painting because it's either, you know, it's too big, too detailed, whatever. And then I've realised that it exists as a jigsaw puzzle as well. So actually, I wouldn't mind doing it as a jigsaw and then maybe sealing it, putting it on the wall, or just, you know, break it down, do it again. So I could still then enjoy that piece of artwork. So yeah, there's lots of companies that do customs. You can submit artwork to them. I had a picture of my aunt and my gran, who sadly both passed away last year. I had a picture of the two of them together that I had made into a diamond painting and worked on that, and then gifted it to my granddad. So that was, yeah, that was the first time I'd done anything that was sort of literally photorealistic as a diamond painting. That was a bit of a trust the process moment because there were lots of weird colours in it that I was very confused by the fact that, you know, my nan's hair had green drills in it and there was some very dark purples in the skin, and I was just like, this is going to look terrible. But actually, when it was all finished and you stand back from it, because diamond paintings aren't supposed to be looked at up close, you know, when you stand back from it, all those colours come together to make exactly what you expect the image to look like. So yeah, that was a good thing to work on. But yeah, taught me definitely trust the process. And I think if you are doing a custom and you think, God, this is weird, just stick with it, and then if there's something that really is out of place, go back and change it at the end rather than while you're going through the middle of it all. So this is turning into a bit of a whip and chat, sorry. There we go. So, oh, custom puzzles, excellent. Right, lots of letter G in this section. I might get the smaller numbers done first though. C. But yeah, by sectioning off a little area to work on, it means that you don't get sort of, I sometimes, if I haven't sectioned off, I find myself wandering because I'll just keep working on the same colour, and before I know it, I'm halfway across the canvas and it's all uncovered. And some people, you know, everybody has their own way of working when it comes to these sort of things. Some people will rip the plastic off the whole painting and then just go at it. Well, for a start, I've got 3 cats. I want to keep the sticky area to the smallest area possible, because otherwise I will get cat fluff stuck on everything. And yeah, nobody wants that. I also think that it sort of stresses me out a bit because I have to finish. I can't leave this section not finished now. So yeah, you will be stuck with me until this is done now. By the way, just it is now quite difficult for me to see the chat now that my second screen has died. So I do apologise if you are asking things in the chat and I am ignoring you seemingly. I don't mean to. I have to sort of sit up extra tall to see if you've asked a question now. I really do wish I had a slightly better streaming setup, but these things come with experience and unfortunately also with money. So it's a future plan. Yeah, ideally I'd like to get to a stage where I can have a face cam and a desk cam instead of having to pick one or the other. But I figured there was absolutely no point doing face cam today when you needed to be seeing what I was doing. So you got Crafty cam instead. But yeah, so ideal situation is to be able to have 2 cameras, and then I guess moving on from that is to get to the stage where I can have, you know, clips or photos or whatever. I can show you what I'm talking about if I'm referencing something. I didn't need to tip that many out into the tray. Why do I do that? So is anyone else like that? Always tips out the whole pot. I do find it easier to shake the tray though to line them up if there's more in there. So let's just have a quick clean up. Right. Oh, you are upside down. Turn around. Yeah, definitely. The change of pace from square drills to round drills has been really noticeable. So yeah, how long we've been going for now? Oh, just over an hour. Okay. I'm not sure when Angel's going live tonight. If she is, I know last week Angel went live at 10, and we don't like to clash with each other. If anybody does know, pop a message in the chat and I'll try and keep an eye out for it, because I don't want to tread on her toes at all. Obviously, sorry, sip of coffee. Mug. Oh, which can I show you my mug without tipping it over my desk? Not really. I need to drink more coffee before I can show it to you properly. But it is a weird Venn diagram crossover between Madonna and Final Fantasy VII. So it is right up my street, and was a Yule present from my good friends Emma and Jason. So yeah, when I've drunk a bit more I'll be able to show it to you, but at the moment if I try and angle it so you can actually see it, I will be slopping coffee all over my diamond painting. I don't really want to do that. It's a disaster that I've so far avoided. I don't really want to get into. I can't remember, who was I watching? I was watching somebody do their review of the year. I cannot think who it was now. But while she was filming her review of the year, she tipped her coffee all over her craft area. And she said afterwards that it was very telling that she rescued her diamond paintings first and then worried about her microphone and her camera and the laptop and stuff. So I think, yeah, that's the hours of work that it takes to do a diamond painting. I think I would be running to save them. So quick check of the chat. Crafting is definitely therapy. I'm just gonna point, crafting is my therapy, 100%. Yeah. I got a few different mental health diagnoses over the last couple of years, and yeah, being able to do something like this, that's, this is relatively mindless, but it keeps my hands busy, which keeps me from getting into trouble, helps me to stay sane, ish. And it also, I think, just finding a little community of people on YouTube has actually been really helpful, and that has come out of crafting. If I didn't craft, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel, because I don't know what I would talk to you guys about, but as it is, I've managed to grow a little following of people and have made videos that have got enough interest in them that then companies approached me with some PR opportunities, which meant then I was able to do more unboxings of things, and it's just sort of grown from there. I realised that for a lot of people, yes, definitely. I'm not repeating that, sure. I was oh god, am I actually going to say this on the internet? Probably. Yeah, I was trying to explain to my husband who you were earlier, and I pointed out that you knew the me that ran around in a chainmail bikini rather than the me that was making YouTube videos. So it's like, yeah, the other me from a past life. So, yeah. Oh, definitely a safe space. Oh my God. Yeah, you can talk about anything you like here, and just, yeah. Yeah, I always have like a vague idea of what I want to do during a live, but sometimes they have a life of their own and they go off on a tangent, and then, yeah. So talking of future lives, if there is anything that you would like to see me do in a future live, either a craft activity that you want me to repeat, or something that, something new you want me to try, do let me know down in the comments. All right, I've said many times before, I want to make content that people want to watch. So if there's something that you would like to see, do let me know. One of the things that I've been talking about recently, not so much for a live video, but for just a regular upload, is that I would like to do like a reaction style video to some of the witchy content that's available on the internet, because some of it is good and some of it is questionable, and some of it I have opinions on. So I thought that might be fun at some point to take a look at sort of, yeah, the many different opinions and things that people have on the internet. But yeah, those sort of videos take a bit more planning and stuff, whereas alive, you can just jump on and do it and then it's done. Knitting socks on a knitting machine. Well, if you want us, we'd have to get together. Yeah. But hey, if you want to come guest on my live and you can knit socks on your knitting machine, then you're most welcome. Right, what have I got left? I've got, see, this is the only part of the canvas where the printing is not particularly clear. It's a little bit blurry. So I've got, do I want to get my light pad out? I think I do. I've got time. I can get, it's just under the desk, easily reachable, she says, not being able to reach it. Right, so light pad, craft a secret weapon. Aha. Ooh. No, I don't want it orange, just regular coloured white, please. There we go. So now you can really see how much I've done and how much I haven't. And I get to see a little bit clearer. These are tricky symbols, right? So it's G and S, I think. Yeah, it must be G and S. So some of them looked like B's, but I think that they're G's, and I was very confused. But the B is a very dark blue, and so I don't think it's that. Every now and then you find a little patch of a canvas that just, everything else on this was really easy to read. Let's put the S away for a second before I get confused. So the other reason that I like this storage is because I can take out the one I'm doing, and then I know that that's the one I'm doing, and I don't have to worry about not knowing what colour is in here. I do not think I would lose all my viewers if you came on. No, not at all. Oh, it's, no. I would love to have more like guests. It would mean I didn't have to do all the talking. It's one of the things that I really, and probably why my longest live ever that I've done was the one that M came on with me, and we just chatted about stuff. because then you've got someone to actually have a conversation with. Talking to yourself for an extended period of time, it saps your energy quite a lot, to be honest. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, I suppose. On the one hand, doing a live is, you hit record and you go, and then it's done and it's out there in the world and there's no editing and it is what it is. But on the other hand, that's quite a sustained level of energy. Lost one. Yeah, it's quite a sustained thing that you have to do for however long it is, hour and a half, whatever. In the case of some streamers, it's hours and hours and hours, and I couldn't do that. I don't have the energy for that. Not that I could craft for that long, but holding a conversation with yourself for that long is quite difficult. Whereas, although it's in some ways a lot more effort to put together a video that you've edited and polished and all of that stuff, you can do that in your own time, at your own pace. Yeah, I think one of the things over December that I really enjoyed doing was the audio book, the Wordy Whips. So working on my, I would work on my Green Man canvas at my leisure, and the kids can still make noise because I'm just recording the footage, I'm not recording any sound, and then I can just take myself away for an hour or two to record the voiceover for it. So that was quite a nice way of working, actually, because my crafting space is also our living room. So because if it wasn't, I would never see my family. I would just be tucked away somewhere, always in my craft room. Whereas here, my little craft corner is the corner of the living room. So if I want to record, I have to either kick people out of the room or they have to be quiet. Or, that can sort of cause its own frictions and things, and I don't want to be having to kick people out of the room unnecessarily. So my train of thought has left the station. I have no idea what we're saying. Just the difficulties of the different difficulties of doing a live compared to pre-recording. I do apologize if you can hear my phone pinging. It's because Thursday is my Amazon delivery day, so I'm getting like a lot of pings from my phone as it tells me that things are being dispatched that will be here tomorrow. Light pads are definitely cool. They are well worth it as an investment, especially for cheaper canvases that may not have the best printing, but also to show you what you've done. It's a good way to check if you've missed an area. Is just stick a light pad underneath, see what shows through. This is an A3-ish light pad, which was a PR one that I was gifted to do a review on, and it is my go-to one because it's wireless, and it holds its charge pretty well, whereas I've got a smaller one that you have to plug in. So in some ways it's more convenient because it's smaller, but then I've got to faff about with plug sockets and wires, and this one just charges on a USB-C, and then I actually can't remember the last time I charged it. So it just sits under the desk and I get out when I need it, but I don't use them very often. but yeah, they are definitely game changers for the cheaper canvases. Or even if you've just got a really dark area of a canvas, probably once I get up to here where it's her hair and there's a lot of colour changing, I'll probably use it again. But for these areas where, yeah, there's only 3 colours in her arm, so I can just do that wherever, it'll be fine. Sometimes the light pad is better than having a light overhead because the glue is shiny and you just get glare off of the glue if you're not careful. Oh, hey Oz. Welcome to my live. Good to see you. Bless him. For those of you that don't know, Oz Cubby's my son. So, yeah, that's quite surprising, but super cute. So. Oz is the only person that gets any use out of my LARP weapons these days. So. Oh, Oz, also, while you're in the chat, Pencil Surprises is the lady that made you the emerald, just so you know who everybody is. Right, where are we up to? This is an annoying section. I was doing really well. I was powering through super quickly, but now I'm having to second guess myself a lot more. That's a G and you're a G. The rest of that section is S. Right. Go to the smaller. What other crafts does everybody enjoy doing? So for me, I think I've spoken before about, I'm never sure whether like painting counts as a craft or not. I think it does, but it doesn't necessarily sort of, I don't know. But yeah, so all sorts of painting, but primarily watercolor and brusho. Brusho is a type of watercolor, but it's a dry pigment. It's a loose pigment that you sort of sprinkle, and then so like for this picture, the outside was all done using brusho, and then the inside is watercolor, and then obviously I used my brand new metallic watercolors for her bit of material. So yeah, watercolor painting is definitely up there because it's sort of my longest running thing. I used to do a lot of jewelry making, don't do that so much anymore. Encaustic art is art using melted wax. That is the technique that was used to make these pieces. That is yeah, that's something that I would like to do more of. I need to have a better filming setup, I think. Again, just I need to work out a way that I can film whilst also using hot, difficult to deal with materials. Pin craft is definitely one of mine that I don't see a lot of other people doing, so that's it's been about for years, but it's basically polystyrene shapes that you then cover with pins and sequins and little seed beads to make them pretty. I did one of those on the live a little while back. Was that during the quiz? That might have been during the quiz. I can't remember. I've got a whole bunch of stamping equipment, but it's not something that I'm very confident with. But one of the reasons why I recently bought stamping equipment is because Craft Buddy sells stamps that are marked up with little tiny circles that you can then stick diamonds in. And that is literally, they are designed so that you can make your own little greeting cards and things with diamonds. So that's something that I need to practice more with. I did order some new stamping inks because I think part of the problem was when I bought the new stamps I then had old ink, and so it was never going to work brilliantly. But I've got new ink now, so give that a go. Obviously I've got my Nerdy Crafter kits, which are both sculpting kits. I do a bit of cross stitch when I cross stitch is quite good for, you know, if I don't want to sit at a desk and work. Cross stitch is the craft that I took with me when I went camping, because you can sit anywhere and cross stitch. You don't need to worry about losing 1,000 tiny diamonds. And also, because where I camp in the New Forest is it's not like a campsite, my concern would be, you know, losing a bunch of these tiny diamonds, you know, dropping them in the grass and then having wildlife eat them, which would be horrendous. So yeah, I think if I was going to diamond paint whilst camping, it would have to be something that I kept just inside the tent. And nobody wants to be stuck inside a tent for an entire weekend. See, cat fluff. Ugh. Have I missed anything obvious that I do? Probably. I've dabbled a little bit with digital art, but I've never like had any lessons in how to do it. So I'm still just trying to do the things I would normally do with a paintbrush, but trying to do them on an iPad. Can definitely see the appeal of digital art, though. It's nice to be able to instantly rub things out or copy paste things. Or at the moment I tend to just use the digital art stuff for tidying up art I've already done. Oh, yeah, jigsaw puzzles, colouring books. It's so nice to find a little group of people that you just sort of gel with. It's lovely, really nice. And that's, you know, for all that, you know, people on YouTube complain about the algorithm and you know, just the constant like push for video making and stuff. I do love that it has brought me this little community of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. I mean, for those of you who don't know, back onto the mental health thing again now, but I struggle with agoraphobia, so I don't go out, so I don't get to meet people like the normal way, but this way I get to not only chat to people but also meet people that have the same interest in me, and they are all over the world. You know, it's been great. You know, I got to exchange sweets with people from other countries and you chat to people on the other side of the world. Yeah, it always makes me laugh whenever like we get people from Australia and New Zealand coming into the chat, and it's like, oh, good morning, because to them it's super early in the morning, even though for us it's nearly bedtime. So more painting, definitely. In fact, this year I am embracing journaling as one of my sort of resolutions, because I like to be organized anyway, and journaling is just like being organized in a creative way. So and I was sort of pre-planning some things in my journal and looking towards Inktober, so I definitely think that this year I'm going to take part in Inktober. If you don't know what Inktober is, it is kind of what it sounds like. It's for the month of October. You draw something every day with ink of some description, but yeah, there's no prizes, and therefore the rules are only really your own rules. There are various different people put out lists of prompts, and I think the prompts can really help if you are someone that just needs an idea to get started, if you want to be drawing or painting something. And so yeah, I definitely think I'm going to do Inktober again. I did it a few years back and decided to make my life extra difficult by doing Inktober and Octoporimo at the same time. Octoporimo is the October poetry writing month, so you have to write a poet. You have to write a poet. You have to write a poem every day for October. And I thought, oh well, I'll use the same prompts. So whatever I drew a picture of, I had to write a poem about, or vice versa. So I ended up with 31 poems and pictures. At some point, my plan is to get all of those pictures scanned in and cleaned up, and then maybe release that as a book of poetry and pictures, because it's been 12 years since I published a book of poetry, so I figure it's about time. I should probably do a volume 2 type thing. Maybe the updated version will be a little less teen angsty than some of the stuff in my original one. But yeah, I think having the prompts and the sort of one of the things that I've spoken about to my therapist a few times is that I find it a lot easier to allow myself to be creative if it's for a purpose. So doing an event, either running one or taking part in one, I can then justify, oh well no, I've got to work on my craft because it's for a video or it's for the event. And I was exactly the same. Before I got really ill, I worked in a school. And there I found that I wasn't making time for doing reading for myself. I was just reading all the books that I had to read, with the kids at school. But I found that if I was taking part in a reading event, then I would kind of justify it to myself, and I could allow myself permission to do it. So there we go. That's that section there, completely finished. The poem a day. They weren't very long. it was not, sonnets of great length. Just and some days people would just write just like a haiku. There was a back when you could only have limited characters on Twitter, when it was really short. There was a Twitter poetry challenge that was a bit like that, where you had to come up with things that could, sort of a creative tweet a day sort of thing. So that is that section done. I'm going to turn off the backlight so you can then see it as it is. Got lots of lovely sparkle there. So that is my start for this event all done. I'm going to move you up a little bit. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, so all kitted up and first section done. Some days I'll do a bigger section, some days they'll be smaller, depends how I'm feeling, also depends upon the amount of colour blocking. So when I come to do like her thigh area where it's all one colour, I will probably just make a bigger section that day, and do it that way, work through. And then obviously I will share progress as always on Instagram and in Sharon's Facebook group, so that it's counted towards the event. And the same with the Jeremiah Kettner owl picture as well. But having finished this section, and my coffee's gone cold because I haven't been drinking it, I think I am going to duck out shortly. So I just need to do all that YouTubey spiel now, don't I? So huge hearts and thanks to everybody for joining today. Something a little bit different in terms of live for me. I don't normally do kitting up on a live, but it's been nice. Gives me something to do while I'm chatting to you. And yeah, nice to get a little section done on this as well. Obviously, part of the reason for me doing this today was to give a little shout out and promote Sharon and Diamond Grandma's event, which is the hashtag DPBigButts23, all about body positivity and loving the skin that you're in. And yeah, do take part. If you do, you can win my painting and also some of my other art as postcards. Just to point out, this is me, I promise, but I changed my name. This is from 1997, these postcards. So yeah, if you get postcards that say they're from the Crafty Witch and then you look on the back and it says like Miss Williams, that is me. So it has been a joy as always chatting to you all. Nice to have some new people pop in, nice to have some old friends reconnect. It's always fun. So please do consider to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. All that sort of stuff seems really pointless, I know, but it means the world to me, and it actually does make a difference to who else gets to see what I'm up to on the internet. The algorithm loves all that kind of stuff. So please do consider doing those things. Costs you nothing, helps me tons. You can come on over to Facebook, join the Crafty Coven, where you will find out more stuff about what I'm getting up to. and that is also where I will be hosting my event from next month. So yes, until then, thank you very, very much again for joining me. Happy New Year. Here's to a wonderful and crafty 2023. Yeah, so until next time, stay crafty.